talk about Ultimate here, we're going to talk about Kameme a little bit and Dark Wizzy as well. So it's going to be Mario coming up against Sora, of course. Kameme really making a splash recently at a couple of tournaments with his Sora, really putting him on the map where a lot of people said this character is nice, and Kameme trying to prove him right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have been arguing about the Sora, and finally we have a player that puts a little bit more dedicated time into it. Obviously, there have been some pocket Soras that have been making some splashes here and there, but Kameme really committing to this character. And I mean, Kameme has quite the resume when it comes to Smash. Has been a professional Smash player since Brawl. So if you play Brawl, you know how old it is. He's over a decade.
He's trying to put Sora stats on Twitter out of business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Close that Twitter down, you know? But I mean, and even looking at this, I mean, this is loser side, of course, Dark Wizzy and Kameme, but I mean, Onin is still in winners too. Probably one of the main storylines that we have here coming into the big house is Onin took a bit of a break, still in winners though of top 8 after that incredible SmashCon W that they got.
The hometown hero,
yeah,
right?
Truly.
I mean, so yeah, Onin is from West Michigan. So here we are in Detroit, Michigan, obviously. So, and Onin has been on such a tear as of recently, right? Just amazing showing. The SmashCon win, obviously the biggest trophy in terms of results, right? So we'll see if Onin can follow that up. And I mean, it's going to be so many storylines, but we got Sora, we got Mario.
It hits me in the soul when you hear the bass of the game loading in. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. First game here of Ultimate Top 8. Loser side, Dark Wizzy, the very patient Mario, but he's got quite the task ahead of him because Kameme, patient in his own right here, looking for these neutral airs, looking for a lot of setups here off of Sora's aerial kit.
Yeah, Sora's going to be able to have that disjoint. Traditionally, Mario can struggle versus certain sword characters, but you know, Sora a little bit more unique. We're going to have all the different types of spells as well. I mean, spacing out with the neutral airs with these, I mean, mainly neutral airs and back airs, right? So with the forward airs for the combo strings as well. Watch the spell usage though. Kameme is so, I think that's one of the things that sets Kameme apart so well versus the other swords is that spell man.
They call him the Magic Man for a reason, you know what I mean? He makes it happen. Fire, doesn't matter the element, fire, Blizzaga or Thundaga, obviously making them all work out so well, and you have to. Honestly, dash attack, I'm curious to see how that works, because they have very similar good dash attacks. Like Sora kind of got the DLC, like good version of it, but they're both very strong here. Here we go, Dark Wizzy, good pressure here, but getting caught with a Pharaoh on the other side. Oh, hold on. What? The mash, Charles?
Yeah, that was swiftness coming through, and Dark Wizzy, so much to prove here. Dark Wizzy, I explained a lot in the previous block, just a player that you would see so often in these top 8s, but you know, post-quarantine hasn't really had the sauce that he had before, right? In the first year of Ultimate, you almost saw him in every single top 8, and now kind of a return to form here at Big House 10.
He's playing with the chip on his shoulder for sure. A lot of people call him washed, like all this other stuff, but he's saying, hey, I got top 8, including a W on Mars on the way here, but the rising up air, the KO options for Kameme, his key goal, that up air, just a juggle tool after he takes a stock, and also to take it himself. Up B to close that stock too, you gotta watch that, but see how Wizzy retaliates here, Charles.
Yeah, Dark Wizzy mainly known for how strong his neutral is with Mario and great defense. Really hard to take that KO from Dark Wizzy, but one of the things that he was kind of lacking in was the punish game. But man, I gotta say, if you watch the VODs and just Dark Wizzy's journey to this top 8, the combo game was on point. I think Dark Wizzy really working on that.
A lot of up air, forward air, right, against very formidable opponents. Like, yeah, you can hit that against a bot in training mode, right? No problem. But how do you hit it against Kameme? And we'll see exactly how that works. Again, earlier, honestly, in the bracket, we saw him not getting those huge combos, but finding the 2-3-piece, chipping away and being able to take stocks with up smash, down air, like all that good stuff. So see what Wizzy finds here. The back air actually going to KO Sora from center stage there, 170 on the board, clearing that stock out. Good first stock for Kameme, though.
Yeah, getting 40% here, not too much, using the FUD, trying to get center stage here. Such a great tool, Dark Wizzy, just chilling back with these fireballs. Okay, here's the neutral air. I mean, one of the main tools from Sora, right?
Yeah.
Essentially your quickest aerial, and it goes all the way behind, so you can catch it, rolls in, and you can also do all those cancels against the loops, right? Well, I know Kameme is definitely not one of the...
He's a fundy Sora. He's a fundy Sora, for sure,
but with a little bit of sprinkles, right? Like sometimes you see him go for an extra rep of the Nair loops, or just go into the confirm, which I think is the main thing.
I said it earlier. Why work hard when you can work smart? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why just cash out, get the damage you can, and continue juggling with the up air, which is one of Sora's, honestly, maybe his... Oh, no! What did we just see from Dark Wizzy dropping a stock again? We've seen it throughout the tournament, though, honestly. Like, he's dropped stocks like that and then just made a comeback.
Right. Like, It's tough with Ultimate because there's so many different air dodges and stuff, and especially the directional one. But look at this off the top, the reverse.
Well, I mean, he got almost a KO, and he makes it back to the ledge. All right, that was really close.
Yeah, I was very curious why Wizzy was not able to set up the reverse up B there. Maybe just the DI from Kameme. Very nice recognition there. Not going to get the KO, but a ton of damage, and honestly hasn't taken too much here. Finally, Kameme piecing up some extra credit here, and the Thundaga on deck. Now, the one thing I do want to say is Thundaga is a little hard to use in neutral just because it's so laggy. But if Dark Wizzy plays a little bit more back, then maybe Kameme will find opportunities to use it in neutral, but we'll see.
Fighting around that neutral air is going to be a key too, Charles, like we talked about. I think the key move is going to be back air to maneuver around that. You want as big of a hitbox as you can to kind of contest and fight against that after it's thrown out. Dark Wizzy doing that well. After an SD, still fighting pretty well here on the final stock. See what he can find. Back air, nothing. Parry doesn't matter though, man. That aerial string, so good. Neutral air and forward air, both so good on shield. We saw him do it earlier against Icy Mist, but look at that, crossing him up with a back air around the Sonic Blade. Get this out of here. Very nice job by Dark Wizzy.
Yeah, Kameme has the lead, but it's not by that much. And I think we kind of seen a repeat from the first stock to the second stock, just kind of like mid-percentage onto Dark Wizzy, right? One simple Mario combo can bring this back in terms of damage.
Drag down right there, neutral air and the forward air. 5-piece classic right now. Kameme looking here. Could be either a back air. Look at the Sonic Blade, 3-piece. It does about 17 as well. Good damage right there for the Sora.
Yeah, another thing that we notice a lot from Kameme is just the side B as well in neutral as a burst option, right? Obviously, the dash attack's going to be that main one, but there's so many times where Kameme will kind of throw out one aerial and then from there just close in with that side B, right?
For sure. Here we go. Filling it out. And honestly, too, Kameme, hold on, up air,
oh,
all the way to the
reset.
top. Optimal, up B, that's going to do it for sure. He's going to steal that stock and steal that game. And to be honest with you, Charles, you can't mod the skills that Dark Wizzy doesn't has because it hopefully play Ned somehow. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Close out that game one. Yeah,
no,
for sure. Clean, clean.
Wait, is your mic good? Oh, yeah, I think you're fine. I think you're fine. All right. Well, that was very interesting in a sense where the high platform, right? It was that high platform that really pulled it together for Dark Wizzy and was able to set up the KO off the top. Absolutely insane string.
You love the confidence too there because he went for the up B earlier on another combo to finish, and usually he honestly goes for back air for the positioning, but letting that up B rip to steal the game away on town, like you said, Charles, the platform layout, it all worked out for Wizzy. He knew what he had to do. What a win condition for him.
Yeah, and I know you were very excited when we saw that Dark Wizzy was able to break into top 8. I know you were really looking forward to commentating some of the sets.
Absolutely,
yeah.
For one reason or another, absolutely, man.
But man, what a game number one. Again, Kameme was just in the driver's seat the entire time, but we talked about the Mario combos, and usually it's pretty hard to set up that up B off the top, right? But that one transformation in town where you have the extremely high platform, when you get the platform reset that high up in the air, even though Town and City has a really high ceiling, it doesn't really matter. You just get carried all the way up.
This is top 8 of the big house, man. You got to have that dog in you, and Dark Wizzy certainly does, of course. So
yeah, you can't mod those skills.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, exactly.
Yes,
I couldn't say it better if I tried. So either way, game 2 coming up here. And if I'm Kameme, it's like, all right, shake that off. Obviously, I wanted that game, but I was pretty much in the lead the entire time. I was feeling comfortable, but game 2 coming up. Counter pick is going to be, going right back to town. Okay, I like it.
Very interesting here for Kameme. I mean, I know you have, again, you have this really wide stage and you probably just want to have a lot of space, but these specific platform layouts, you got to be very careful if you're Kameme. You had the lead the entire time. Ooh. You just have to keep that pacing. You can't really give Dark Wizzy those openings because Dark Wizzy's combo game has leveled up so much from before, right?
Well, that's what we usually see from him, and I think that's like something he really sharpened when he was like, dude, I'm not placing where I wanted to be before, but now in the top 8, we saw it all throughout the Big House 10, working his way to the top 8, a lot of up airs and a forward air, honestly, which is really hard to hit against competent opponents. We talked about sliding in, though, with that dash attack. Ledge is for Kameme. Great reaction on the roll there. Gets a grab, tosses him back. Ledge trap situation. What's he got, Chuck?
Got the Fire Aga on deck here, and you notice that also Kameme loves to burn that Thundaga in advantage or disadvantage. Whenever Kameme has the opportunity, you're going to see Kameme burn it. Oh, no whiff punish on that forward smash. a little on the lower end of the lag there. Okay, uses that side B, and again, it's just, it can be so hard to punish because you can go multiple usage of it, right?
Until you use the third one, there's no guaranteed punish, you know what I mean? Even then, you can control which side you go to, all different angles. So we've even seen Kameme actually go to the ledge afterwards, too. Kind of look like Bayo a little bit, you know what I mean? Bayo lands with all that end lag after all her specials. Sora, same thing after the third one, but if you snap to the ledge on the third one, then you're just getting ledge trapped. But Sora, honestly, pretty good at getting off the ledge, so see what Dark Wizzy can do here. Has Kameme in the corner, 100 on Sora. Definitely a decent amount of percentage, but dude, you know what I love too? Like, these two never played each other before, but what we have here is Sora versus Mario. Like, this is like the legendary last trailer that we ever saw for Smash Ultimate.
Right.
The final DLC, truly.
Arguably the first character introduced into Smash. Obviously, the base game came with like 8 characters, right? But Mario, such an iconic, if not the most iconic IP in Nintendo here. So a very OG character versus the new kid on the block for sure.
For sure, yeah. He's #1 versus the last one on the roster.
Exactly,
you're absolutely right, man. But again, you're seeing neutral air, forward air, such good shield pressure. Again, like the comparison to Bayo, like forward airing on shield, you can mix up how many you do, where you bounce afterwards, all this stuff. And even Mario, who has good get off me options and up smash and up B, can't really find anything on that pressure from Kameme. He's too good at it, Chuck.
Yeah, and now Kameme in the lead here, just going to go ahead and burn the Thanaga once again. And this is what happens when Kameme gets the lead, gets the damage, and really forcing Dark Wizzy to find the way in through the Keyblade here, through these disjoints. But the back air going to come out for Dark Wizzy.
Tying it up here, too, and Mario with Rage, Chuck. We've seen it so many times, and called it out a couple times here, but I love the in-neutral use of Flood that Wizzy has done for a very long time. Like, if you short hop, and a lot of people love to jump in Ultimate, but if you call it that jump, make them use that resource, and burn it in neutral, he can position for a big punish, as he's done many times, not being able to jump over the...
Oh, wow.
The ice stage of Mario. Did you see him, by the way, just sitting there? He's chilling, man. Wizzy with the delayed get out, trying to avoid a KO, doing a decent job, but there's a tri-state twist. Right to Dark Wizzy himself.
But that was the aerial version. You know, that was the aerial version.
True.
It was just like a short hop backwards, and I like that version of the tri-state twist because you're kind of threatening that back air or reverse up air, something that Sora loves to do.
Reverse neutral air too, right? Like you jump in that position as Sora. He's so scary in the air and floaty too. So you hold shield, and it's like, all right, I landed, I just grab you. See ya.
All right, so now it is Kameme completely in the driver's seat, up by an entire stock right now. Gonna be big damage with, again, that side B as that burst option, right? It's a little bit of mix of that dash attack, of that side B here, and again, the zoning. Wow, doubling up on the dash attack. Kameme feeling a little confident here and racking up even more damage here on Dark Wizzy.
I was going to say, as he should, Chuck. I mean, this is quite a lead that he's built for himself. I know Dark Wizzy. I know that. Oh, where's he going? All right. He almost got stretchers out of here. Oh, okay, hold on. Up smash. Yep, that's going to do it right. The Sora's even smiling when he does that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's got the grin. He's got his friends watching, right?
His friends?
Yeah, I mean, Donald and Goofy's got to be in the crowd.
That's true. Got to be around here somewhere. There's definitely a duck and a dog on that stage. You know what I'm saying? For sure. For free.
Well, there's for sure dogs here, right?
Bro, yeah. Well, Dark Wizzy got that dog in him. We're going to see what happens here. Bark Wizzy. So it's going to be game 3 coming up here. I don't think we're going to see Town again, to be honest with you, Charles, because Kameme really made the adjustments that he needed to in order to win on that stage. Playing the long game, honestly, so well.
You just got to avoid those platform setups through Kameme, right? At the end of the day, you just want more space to be able to fade back, make it as hard as possible for Mario to find his way in, and Kameme playing that so well. And that confirmed at the end there, a big part of it was the IDJ Nair. You got the first Nair, and then you go into the double jump. And the great thing about Sora's double jump, it's kind of a weakness and kind of a blessing as well. If when you do the double jump instantly by the ground, you actually sink lower, and then that's how Kameme is able to set up the more guaranteed follow-ups into the up smash, right? You just do that IDJ Nair. It hits a little bit lower, but that's going to make that combo. But on the flip side, when you're getting juggled, you don't want a double jump that sinks, right? That goes lower. So it's, like I said, a blessing and a curse for Sora.
We talked about it a lot. That neutral air is going to be the go-to tool in neutral for Kameme. And how does Mario fight against it? We've always talked about that, Chuck. It's like, how do you, as Mario, you know, hit so hard, but tiny little T-Rex arms, right? Like, he's a stubby little Italian plumber, you know what I'm saying? He's got to make his way in. How do you fight against the Keyblade Master? It's tough, Chuck.
Yeah, and the thing is about a T-Rex, once he gets in, well, he's going to get a big chomp.
Yeah, he'll be chomping. Yeah, he takes a chunk out of you for sure. Absolutely. Mario's got to get his hands on you, but Sora's so good at keeping you out, as we've seen so far. And it's not just the Keyblade, too. Like, the magic is so good at it as well. Farago, you get confirms out of it, like all this good stuff. And here comes the, but that's why you go to a stage like Smashville as well, right? There's less stage to run away on. So you look at it as kind of the, I don't want to say opposite of Town and City, but just it's a long, stretched out stage. whereas Smashville is more close quarters combat.
Yeah, Smashville, the smallest stage on our stage list for tournament play. So really great pick. I agree with the choice here from Dark Wizzy. One thing I'm really surprised with Kameme's play, and I don't know if this is just a matchup thing or just a general player thing, we don't see too much down tilts coming out from Kameme. And I think Sora's down tilt's a fantastic move, but I think he opts just to play more on the nair side or just aerial side, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting too because, again, like thinking about the tech as well, like he truly plays bundies. He loves the aerials. Like it's such safe pressure too. It's so good. It's a very unique situation in a lot of matchups. Again, we watched him play against Isimus earlier. Right. Not a lot of characters can pressure Samus's shield like that, but Sora can. With the neutral air, with the forward air, mixing it up, try the tri-state twist. Couldn't find it, though.
Dang, man. How's Kameme better at the tri-state twist?
I don't know, dude. He brought it over. He's learning.
Stealing the tech.
He did, man, truly. All the way from Japan, all the way here to the Motor City in Detroit. Looking strong here in Game 3, but it's Dark Wizzy. Oh, okay. All right, he showed the hand a little bit early, but it does not matter. Chuck still getting the first stock here. Got the lead here. Nice shot by Dark Wizzy.
Yeah, and I believe this is the first time that Dark Wizzy actually has a lead in terms of stock count, right? So see if Dark Wizzy can ride the momentum here. And I think Smashville really working out for Dark Wizzy. The back, they're going to set him offstage situation here. The Thunder will barely catch it. And the thing about Thundaga is that it sinks so low as well and covers high.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes can be a little inconsistent. Sometimes doesn't fully connect. But, I mean, other than that, in advantage/disadvantage state, such a great spell.
Again, here you got to look out for the rising up air as well. I know Kameme looks for that a whole lot, especially edge guarding. Looking for the neutral air, flipping him to the other side. Good pressure here, but Dark Wizzy still holding on to this first stop, Charles.
Yeah, and the way that Kameme even using the rising nair, almost like a Rekka, right? There's so many times where, I mean, Kameme will go ahead, rise nair one. It's like, is Kameme going to swing the nair two? Is Kameme just going to land? And also getting confirms off of it. Honestly, and maybe that's why we see Kameme use way more nair than down tilt in neutral, right? Because
wait for air! Oh my goodness, there it is, the Dark Wizzy signature combo up air. I mean, it's the Mario signature combo, but Dark Wizzy is signature Mario, so like it works out. Up air into forward air, very clean. Huge lead here for Wizzy. Very comfortable. And
the only counterplay to that is sometimes you can DI in, so you end up on the stage, but it is so hard to really decipher the situation here. Dark Wizzy lining up that landing up air, such a strong combo starter for Mario, and of course having that KO set up into the forward air, so powerful here. Now Dark Wizzy, you know, a clean stock ahead of Kameme.
A couple up airs here too. You can see how good Smashville is for Mario as well. We talk about that all the time. The consistent platform in the center to combo upwards off of, push him off the stage nice and easy too, set up for ledge trapping or even just coast to coast dunks like we saw earlier from Wizzy. But here we go, trying to fight his way out of disadvantage, lands. Back air to cross up. Oh, he almost caught him with that up air away though. Good scout out there by Wizzy, just didn't work out for him. Oh no, he jumped into it. No jump, no jump. This is so scary. But the B-reverse fireball, great evasion right there. Kameme is not adverse to throwing out forward airs off stage. Very easy edge guard when someone doesn't have a jump.
Yeah, very tricky stuff. Dark Wizzy just sinking down. But look at all of this damage, forcing the double jump, trying to go back to the platform. The air dodge gets forced out. Sora gonna be able to make it back, but right now Kameme making it as hard as possible, going into the side special. Ooh, I like the switch up.
Yeah. Left, right. Which way am I going? You don't know, Dark Wizzy. Come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, but Dark Wizzy knowing the lead at the moment. This should be it with the up air. No need for the fancy IDJ because you don't need to connect the up smash. And that's the nice thing about Nair. It's like, oh, okay, well, you're just at a higher percent. I don't need to do the IDJ. I can just go into the up air, right?
The nice thing about neutral air, too, is like the hit confirm is nice because you can neutral air and then it's like, how many do I let rip after that? Do I try to hit confirm off the first one, the second one, or arguably even let the third one rip and then I can fade left to right? Like a lot of mix off of that move. I love it.
Yeah, and especially with how floaty Sora is, you're able to kind of manipulate and microspace with that air mobility. Oh, the dash grab kind of in the right direction, but out of the parry, not going to work out. Going to the ledge here. Kameme is going to have to avoid so many different setups, and of course the raw up smash will probably just take the KO here. Dark Wizzy's got to be careful on the same stock here.
The parry into the movement, the quick dash underneath, I like that. It's like, dude, I can't punish you off the first one or the second one, but I can look for that opportunity eventually with Mario, especially that up smash. Great threat in there by Wizzy. The back air going to be looking clean here. Wizzy taking down that Game 3. 2-1 lead for Dark Wizzy against huge. Kameme. That is enormous.
And Kameme, I mean, hot off of that second place at Glitch. So, I mean, in terms of results, Kameme has been doing a wonderful job, and maybe a matchup kind of surprising a lot of different players, right? How much times do you get to play a Sora of this caliber? I mean, I think it's no contest that Kameme is the best Sora you know, in the world. So right now, Dark Wizzy very prepared for the matchup, and it doesn't really look like Dark Wizzy's getting hit by any curveballs, right?
Right. Yeah, man. Man's is fresh off of Destiny Island right now with the Sora, but he is down 1-2. He goes back to Smashville. Charles, honestly, I'm a little bit surprised.
I'm very surprised.
I honestly feel like Dark Wizzy had a great hold over that game, but let's remember, he hit a very clutch combo, so without that, it was still pretty close. So maybe Kameme saying, you know what? The classic. I'm going to change the game plan and not the floor plan. Let's run it back. Smashville. I'll make it work out with my Sora and my Keyblade.
Yeah, and it's really what happened game 1-2, right? We had the same kind of stage pick. Dark Wizzy won the first game on Town and City, and then Kameme won the second game on Town and City. Maybe Kameme keeping this same thought process here, does have a slight lead, but can you get the stock from Dark Wizzy? Again, Dark Wizzy having wonderful neutral, wonderful defense, and look at this damage shipping through.
Poking right through the Keyblade, man. That's what you got to do. Wizzy getting better and better at it, honestly, as the set is going on. He's learning for sure. He's downloading a little bit. Kameme, though, obviously going to go for the 1-2-3 stage control here and ledge trapping off of the 17%. Nice confirm right there, too. He's getting so good at those, Chuck.
And I gotta say, Kameme, the usage of double jump, using the double jump to bait into side B. We saw earlier that Kameme double jumped, and then Dark Wizzy saw that movement upwards and dropped shield and came in, and then Kameme going for that double jump and then immediately into the side B. It's such a great bait.
Why? Oh, he tried to up smash through it. I love the idea. He's been contesting Sonic Blade very, very well.
Yeah.
And honestly, it might be one of those moves that needs to be looked at a little bit more in terms of the counterplay, because Dark Wizzy, he's showing some confidence against it, which I haven't really seen before. Good stuff.
Just dashing towards the center. Of course, Smashville, the smallest stage on the stage list, but of course, you also have that center platform right in center stage. Center stage being the strongest, and that should do the trick. And of course, we are in Smashville, so it's smallest side blast zones along with Town and City here. So we're going to see a lot of horizontal KOs. Just happening a little bit earlier. Okay, does have to double jump here, does expend it, but Kameme going for the 2-frame instead. Has the lead, doesn't have to go for anything crazy, right?
Trying to extend off of that down air here, too. Again, I got to point out the Sora dash attack, Chuck, at the ledge that we saw a little while ago. It is such a good tool that Sora has, especially like Mario's recovery is solid and you can't really challenge it on the way up, but towards the ledge, if you could 2-frame it or if you have a move that is active over the ledge, it can definitely happen if Dark Wizzy gets predictable. So see it happen, trying to jump over the freeze right there. Honestly, I think that's the magic that Kameme has been getting the most out of in this matchup. He's been hitting those blizzards really well because Mario likes to short up, but here comes Wizzy. Up air, up air. Yeah, don't air dodge. Yeah. Nice and pain. Well, especially as Sora, like you can go deep off stage. Like you're very safe to recover from far away.
Right, there's no fear in, I'm all the way down in the bottom blast zone, right? Ooh, and there's the Thunder. It catches. There's no double jump on Dark Wizzy. Where is the air dodge? No, just going to sink low. No panic option. Great stuff from Dark Wizzy.
I am surprised, too, because like we said, Kameme, hold on, up air, up air. Oh, going for the forward air. Smooth jump away there, though. Nice job by Kameme. Staying alive, looking for the up air through the stage. Not quite going to KO yet, but it's getting close, Chuck.
Okay, here's the Daenerys fishing out. Oh, wow, the parry on the second hit, but no. And Kameme knowing the reset, but the turnaround grab. Dark Wizzy is so damn good at getting those turnaround grabs in those situations. Oh, the reset. Oh, not going. Wow, Dark Wizzy is doing a great job at not panicking in those situations. Like, oh, you didn't string it into the Nair 2. How many times have we seen Kameme hit that Nair 1 and just an air dodge comes out, right? Because everyone's just so scared,
afraid,
maybe not really knowing the situation.
Exactly. Not working out, though. Wizzy. That's the thing when you play a character like Mario, who's so standard, right? Like, you need to be able to have a good mental in those situations because you don't have these crazy options to bail you out. Wizzy, again, playing. It's not just his combo game. His mentality has been amazing throughout, especially Sunday, but throughout the whole weekend.
Yeah, especially with the tournament so stacked.
Wait,
and look at this.
Is this last stock for Kameme in this tournament? I don't think.
Could be.
Who hacked Dark Wizzy? That's my question.
Well, you can't mod those skills.
That's true.
So maybe, oh man, maybe Kameme will be the one that hacks Dark Wizzy here. It's a single stock apiece here.
Absolutely. Here we go. We saw how potent Mario could be on the stage, too. Watch out for the platform extensions. Watch out for the up airs at the ledge, too, Chuck. Sora trying to get some offense started. Kameme, what a spot dodge around the grab. Good stuff for Wizzy. Parrying the neutral air and the back airing. I'm telling you, that back air is the key to dealing with Sora. That's not a pun, Chad. Stop saying that. It's not a pun. Not doing Sora puns.
We refuse.
Yeah, we don't do Sora puns.
Have you watched Sweet Talks at all?
True, actually true. Ooh, caping the Faraga, getting his own confirm.
Oh, this is a lot of
Smart.
damage.
He didn't get greedy. I love that triple up air instead of looking for a forward air. Up air, up air. Waiting it
for
out.
The reset. Yeah,
he wanted to land an up smash. See how good that platform is for him, Chuck? That's why we were both saying I'm surprised we're back here against Mario. It's a classic.
No double jump, not a big deal for Sora though. Able to get back to the ledge, but I mean, you get back on the stage, but can you get some damage, Kameme? I guess the answer is slowly but surely. 35% the ledge trap here. Oh, with the forward air, can you get the frame trap?
Bro, he went with the All-American right there, the air dodge, the 4th of July. Fireworks, hot dogs, hamburgers on that one. But either way, nice spacing right there. By way up smash, the way Dark Wizzy taking it 3-1 over Kameme.
Just like that, Dark Wizzy said, you know what? My return isn't just for the top 8. It's not just for 7th place. I'm trying to take this whole damn tournament.
Yeah, that's right. I beat Esam, I beat Mars, and I beat Kameme here in top 8. Dark Wizzy on the run of a lifetime right now. Still going through losers, and that was a 3-1 too, Chuck. We didn't even see a Game 5 chat. So what's going on, by the way, chat? How you guys doing? I hope you're enjoying the Big House 10 here. We're having a blast, obviously. We've been having a great time here in the Motor City, Detroit. Great Smash action, Melee, and Ultimate Bolt.
Yeah.
It's just been killer. How you doing, chat? It's good to see you all.
And if you don't know about Big House, I don't know how you don't, because it's one of the most grassroots legacy events you can get in the history of Smash Bros. So honestly, a huge honor to be here, just commentating here at the Big House.
It's my first
10.
one.
Yeah, I mean,
so excited.
It's been great so far. We've been having a great time this entire weekend. I hope you guys have too, watching all the fantastic matches throughout all the different games that have been here. And right now, it is Dark Wizzy going to be able to take it 3-1. And we're taking a look at these replays right now. Dark Wizzy, the combo game on point, getting these up airs into the forwarders, getting these resets on the top platforms, or like these really high platforms of Town and City, really clutching out a lot of games where it felt like Kameme was kind of in the driver's seat, right?
Yeah, and I feel like that was the biggest momentum shift that we saw right there. The up airs and the forward air. We talked about it before the set started, Chuck, is like, when is he going to hit those big combos? When is he going to steal those early stocks against Sora? When is he going to steal the game away? And honestly, the set too, and a well-deserved pop-off as well. Yeah. Dark Wizzy, hey, all the haters out there, where you at? That's what I gotta say. Where you at? Because he almost top 8'd last weekend. He got 9th. Now he's top 8'd and beat Kameme, who is the talk of the town, honestly, over here in the United States, causing some damage with the Sora, but now out of the bracket at 7th as Dark Wizzy stays alive in loser side.
Yeah, and like we said, Kameme has been on quite the tear with the Sora, and honestly, shout outs to Dark Wizzy. Dark Wizzy seemed very prepared for that matchup. Maybe just studying a lot about just Sora. I mean, Kameme, and that's the great thing about Kameme kind of going on a tear as of recently, because you have a lot of VODs to check it out. And honestly, there's so many situations where Dark Wizzy you felt really ready for. You know what I mean? Because like we said, there's so many other situations where other players might have thrown out that panic air dodge, right?
It's very true. Yeah, we saw that, and also like, it's just like any of the other DLC characters we saw kind of become meta-relevant very quickly, right? When you prepare for a bracket, it's like, how do I prepare? Where are the resources to prepare against Kazuya? Where are the resources to prepare against Steve? And now, obviously, Kameme with the Sora, you got to look at that too, and Dark Wizzy did. Like we said, the aerials, either forward air or neutral air, specifically the neutral air, how am I going to fight that? Because if you're not prepared and he's just dancing around your shield all day, as Kameme does, or he can get KO confirms, he can get 50, 60 damage off that neutral air. If you're not ready to deal with it, sayonara. Like, it's just over, man.
And again, Dark Wizzy really coming through on those confirms, on those combo games, really racking up so much damage and getting those resets. Really want to shout that out, because, I mean, that was always when you thought of all the Marios, especially in the early meta, Dark Wizzy was the neutral Mario that didn't hit as hard, but then there was other Marios like Prodigy, a.k.a. Kurama, right, doing craziness in terms of punish games. So, again, Dark Wizzy really just doing his homework, hitting the training mode, and that's what you got to do if you want to get top 8, now even top 5 for Dark Wizzy at a prestigious tournament like the Big House 10.
I was talking to a man, he said, you know what, I was tired of not living up to my expectations. I know I'm a better player than my placements have been. He said he's been working hard. He said he's been labbing. He said he's really been playing again. He took some time off, but he is true. I mean, if it wasn't solidified before that set, it definitely has been now. Chuck coming in hot against Kameme Sora, which we said definitely might be a tough matchup for Mario himself. But either way, we're going to keep going here.